I'm going to start off today with my artist prayer because I've been just in a wonky mood. Oh, great muse, help us love ourselves so we can love others. Help us grow so we can help others grow. Please alert us when we are on the wrong path by showing us interesting new directions to follow. Let us not get wrapped up in the end product, but in the process itself. Help us love the present and work out of it, not for an imaginary future, but to make art for its own sake and its own beauty. Grant us the courage to try and the confidence for having done so. Help us unite with other creators so we can encourage each other. If we are depressed, help us cling to what is beautiful in the moment and help nudge us towards contentment even in difficult times. We promise to offer you our work consistently, and we will listen to where our hearts tell us to go. We dedicate our creations to you, and they do not belong to us, for we were only gifted the idea through the ether. We are merely forging it and returning it to the universe. Allow us to realize we all deserve love, and that we are all the same divine light. We cannot be alone when we realize this. We create in honor of each other's divinity. Please accept our gifts, as they are only made possible through your grace. Okay. We're going to be adding more cases to our prevention of a legal move if we're surrounded by standing stones or capstones. So for right now, we've got the top left corner case, but we need all the other corner cases. So we need top right, row 1, column 5. That's the top right. Now we basically need to check whether or not we're going to check the left stone, left of us. We're asking if the grid left of us has 14 occupants, or is a capstone, or is a standing stone. Then we're going to ask if the stone right beneath us, which would be 2-5. Second row, 5 over. That'll be beneath our 1-5. Yes. And only if both of those stones, both of those grids are either one of these three things, if both of those are true, then we're going to be illegal or false. So let's test. So for example, I'm going to comment this out. We're going to test the top right when we surround ourselves. Let me just move this. Okay, so look, standing stone, standing stone. Now we select our top right, which is our 1-5, lock it in. It's actually already messed up because we shouldn't have. This is what we're trying to fix. We're trying to prevent us from locking this in, because at this point we can't drop any stones because there's no legal moves. There's only a standing stone right there. So now, if we turn this on, make a legal move false if it is surrounded by either capstone or standing stone. We can see what the heck, man. I can't move any stones. Period. Why? Why does that break it? That allows us to move it. Yet when we're IJ, we're not allowed to move it. No, we are. Why did it crash then? Why was it just messing up? That's the kind of inconsistency that just drives me crazy. Whatever. I don't know why it wasn't working. But now if we have, for example, a capstone or a standing stone, then we no longer, even though we have stack control, it doesn't render it as a legal move because we wouldn't be able to move it if we picked it up. So we could do this. Oh, and you know what? We've got a laystone stack for our, if we stack 2 laystones, we can actually see white on white because we added that slight gray. But if we stack a black capstone on a black stone, we can't even see it. So we need to do something very similar with our capstone so that we can actually see a capstone on a same color stack. So just make a note of that so we don't forget that. But it's looking like we got our corner case working. So now we need our bottom left. Our bottom left would be a row of 5, column of 1. And we would need to check the row of 4, column 1 first, the one right above it. Check if that is a capstone, standing stone, or has 14 occupants. Then we would need to check the one to the right, which would be a let me think, 5 row, 1 column, bottom left. So top would be 4th row, 1 column. Now right would be 5th row, 2nd column. Okay. Let's see if that bottom left is fixed now. So if we have a standing stone surrounding it, we shouldn't be able to pick it up. It should not be a legal move when we hover over it, and it looks like that is correct. So now the only one we haven't done is our bottom right. So if we mimic that just to prove that it's wrong, what? Why? Why did it do that? Okay. Why does it do that? It should be a legal move. Why would it do that? Legal move is getting false here. Even though the only thing that matters, we haven't done the bottom right grid yet. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Oh, you know what? If any stone is surrounded, this is getting flagged to false. It's better to be explicit here. But that isn't good news for scaling our middle pieces. Okay, that's working. Yet, we have one over here surrounded. That's working. Let's see if... Okay. See, this is so jacked. No legal moves. Why would this be the case? Why would these be a legal move? They're in our stack control, and it's a movement event 1. They should be a legal move. They're not surrounded. I guess my question is, if we turn this off, does it prevent that from happening? Because I don't think that was happening before we started adding this. That seems to be working. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we need to break. Or that's exactly what breaks us. So it's at least rendering those as legal moves, even though that's incorrect. And then see, it's actually breaking somewhere else. It wasn't just what we did. I don't know why. I don't know why. Let's try to find it. So, legal move. Getting true happens where? See, this is a movement event 3. There's our movement event 1. I'm getting true, and it's just upon stack control. Exactly what I thought. So we're overriding it with false somewhere in our movement event 1 logic. Yet we are not actually... This is so weird. Oh, you know what? No, I got no idea. Let me take this out real quick. This legal move's populated. I have a feeling this has got to be the only thing that's causing it. It's the only other thing in our... this doesn't fix it, I'm stumped. That's okay. Okay. So it might be because of that line for some reason. I wanted to try a white stone in the corner. Okay. It is this line. Illegal moves populated, getting true. Now, why would that be different? We're doing this once. We're setting legal moves once. Now, we set it based on stack control to true. And then if we're surrounded, we set it to false. And then at the end, we become legal moves populated so that this doesn't happen again. Now, nothing should change there to in fact break it. So why is it that when we turn this back on and test it, that's working now. Don't tell me you're not broken all of a sudden. Well, dude, why is it that some of them... Why is this one not a legal move? What? No, blacks are rendering as legal moves. It's black's turn and whites are legal moves. What? We should not be able to move. What the fuck is happening? That seemed all right. Well, now it's not. How does that happen? It's black's move, yet only whites are legal moves. It's because a movement event, we're in a movement event 0 when we place. We're in a movement event 0 when we place. When we swap, we need to swap to movement event 0 anytime we're in a place. Move type place. So let's go the first time we're in a move type place. We're going to say move event gets 0. That's the only thing I could think of that could be messing this up. Then if we're in a move type move, we advance to move event 1. It's the only thing I could think of that would be messing that up. Okay, white moves. All seems to be working. Still jacked. So I think what's happening, if we go to, if it's white's move, we get these legal moves. But then instead of selecting a legal move, we instead go back to place. We are moving event 0, but now once we place another stone, then it's black's move. And once we go to a move type move, for some reason we're rendering only what was locked in the old turn. I have no idea why that's happening. got no idea why that's happening. This is huge. We need to fix this. Now, if we turn off this movement, event 1, legal move populated, does that seem to fix anything? No. See, it's white's move, yet all these are legal moves. So we need to flush our legal moves if, I thought we were already doing this. We need to flush our legal moves if whenever we place a stone, we need to flush our legal moves. Which I don't think we're doing, but we have a falsify all occupants legal move function we can do upon a placement of a stone. So let's go ahead and do that upon a placement of a stone. So if it's move type place, and we click right here. So if we place and we're not occupied, we put the stone in, we swap the stone player, we update stone control, and we need to falsify all legal moves. Does that fix our problem though? Okay, legal move there, that's right. Now, okay, that's seemingly right. It's seemingly right. Okay. Now let's go back here, turn this back on. And we'll actually put on our falsifying legal moves for our corner cases, except our bottom right. So let's test that now. So I already messed that up. Here we go. So this white in the bottom left should not be a legal move because it is surrounded by stones. That's a legal move, that's a legal move. Nothing else seems to be legal, so that seems to be going right. Now, swap out of it and place it because that's how we were doing our bug beforehand. And then test this one, which should still be the busted logic of, see, look, our legal move's not getting set to true here. No legal moves here when it's black's move. When are we assigning our legal moves in a move type place? We don't really do that here. Move type place. Yeah, we don't actually assign it. It's not that it's a move type place, because the legal move for move type place is just if it's empty. That's not the problem we're having. We're having the problem where if we swap, geez, why is it like that? Because look, it's white's move, and we're in a move type move, yet nothing is a legal move. Why? Was that in a move type movement event 2? Okay, then swap out of it, swap back to it, still works. Swap out of it, swap back to it, still works. Swap out of it, place it, Now move type move, and now it's busted. So it's a movement event 1 because we need to select a stone in our control, yet nothing. That's so weird, right? I don't know why that's happening. So that's in a movement event 1. Let me see if this is not. Thought it'd be simple to add this stuff in today, but it's just proving to be not simple. Okay. Okay, that seems to be working. Okay. So it seems like it is that line of code for the populated list. And we implemented that so we didn't have to check every frame what were legal moves or not, because it didn't change. But this only happens once, and it happens based on... See, I don't get why that would bust it. It's populating... Oh, you know what? We're not ever becoming legal moves populated false again. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what's going on here. We're not resetting this to false. Actually, we are right here. We're setting it to false upon a player swap. Let me print out this as debugging and see. This should only be true for one frame, the very first frame of our movement event 1. Then it should go to false. So it's going to be hard to see when it's true, but if it stays true, then we know something's wrong. So let's print this up. Our page 3 of debugging. Okay, so yeah, it should be false. Now if we place a bunch of these move type move. Okay, now we swap out of a move type move back to a place, still false. Okay. Place it. Now, move type move. White turn. Okay. But that's not the error yet. I don't get why error happens. I can't consistently recreate it. I can't recreate it right now. Can't recreate it. Can't recreate the bug. It's there when I don't want it to be. It's not there when I want it to be. Come on, dude. I'm begging you to mess up. You were just messing up. This has got to be it, right? Okay. So it is just that value. It's just that value that's messing it up. Yeah, we need to set it. What's weird is it doesn't get set to false here. We need to get this set to false upon a player swap, which we should do at the end of every place if we're in a move type place. Don't we player swap? We don't swap. Oh, we manually swap it. We manually swap it with a ternary operator here. We need to run our function because our function actually does the falsify occupants, does that ternary option, and it resets our legal moves populated. So that's what was going wrong. Now, move type place. That was so tricky to find. That was so silly of me to do that. So let me just check. Our player swap, grid reset. We're doing 4 things here. I'm gonna write these down. Make sure we're not missing anything. We swap players. We change stone select to a lay stone. We update stone control. Come on, dude. Just switch to pencils. Update stone control. And then we falsify Lego moves. So let's see in our player swap reset function, doing all these things. Where? Come on. Okay. We swap player. We falsify our Lego moves. We update stone select. We would need to do that here. We can add that. Stone select gets back to a lay stone. And then we update stack control, which we don't do. Okay. I guess we don't do that upon a player swap. It doesn't, we just do that separately because it's its own function. We wouldn't put that function inside the other function. So right here, we can take this off. We don't just swap our player anymore. We don't need to do this, but we do need to run our 2 functions. Actually, falsify all occupants Lego move is inside our swap grid function. Okay, so we do have a function inside of a function. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's good. Might be good to decouple those, but right now we'll take it out because it's in our player swap. Okay, now We take a look at our player swap function. Player swap grid reset. Where are you crashing? Swap grid reset. 197. We don't have a movement origin at a move type place. So I'm gonna say if grid movement origin row, movement origin column. If this thing is not equal to nil, then we're gonna flush our legal move highlight there. I don't know if that'll fix it. Still 197. We just need to swap our player manually like we had it. But what was broken here? What was broken? Because we had the swap the player, but it wasn't resetting our... What was it? It wasn't resetting our movement 1 event legal moves populated to false. So let's make sure we do this manually now, since it can't afford to crash on a nil. Bye-bye. Player swap reset. We are actually manually doing it. The other things we did was assign our stone select back to 1 and update stone control and flush our legal moves. And then we need to add one more thing. We will do this falsify all on legal moves function. Right here. And the last thing we need to do is set our movement event. No, what is that? Movement event 1. Legal moves populated back to false. Okay, now that should allow us to not only place stones again, but to not run into that problem. So, legal moves all acting accordingly. We switch to a move type move and switch back, and that was when our populated was still false, but now it's true. So now, let's test. Our bottom left should be a not legal move because it's surrounded by stones, which it is working correctly there. And we have yet to do our bottom right, so this should still render as a legal move, which it does now. And these, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay. Jesus, okay. Okay. So this is working now. We were never flushing this to false because it was locked inside of our player swap grid function, which we were only doing in a move type move. In a move type place, we had it hard-coded at a ternary operator because our player swap grid reset flushes a movement origin, which is nil if we're in a move type place. And that's why it was crashing, and that's why we couldn't have implemented that function in a move type place. So that's jacked, but that was hard to find. I'm just gonna finish this last corner case and call it a day because I'm just like fried. But we gotta do this bottom right case and hoping it's straightforward. Bottom right would be 5-5. One above it would be 4-5. Fifth column, fourth row. So we'll do 4-5 first. And then we need to check the grid to the left of it, which would be a 5-row, 4-column. 5-row, 4-column. 5-row, 4-column. 5-row, 4-column. And then we manually lock in this at 5-5. Now every corner should be illegal to pick up a stone in our control if it's surrounded by a capstone, standing stone, or an occupant of 14. So let's see here. Type move. It is not a legal move if we hover over this one. And then it is not a legal move if we hover over this one, but it is this. Right? Now, curious? Yeah, we can't go on a capstone, so that's looking right. And then our top left is also not a legal move because it's surrounded by standing stones. So now we can't get stuck, at least in a corner space, if we pick up a move and don't have any space to move. Or that the space is already a 14 stack, because that would also crash it. I'm going to commit with a message saying edit all corner cases for move negating if surrounded. By illegal moves. And I might get pushed, that bad boy. So yeah, I am just low energy today. I've been in a kind of sad mood. But I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll hopefully start working on edge cases, then middle cases, and then we're going to go into hardcore debugging mode, and then if we find anything, hopefully fix it, and then we're going to go add a win state, and then we're basically done with the game after that. I mean, the next thing to implement is really tricky, which is if you're moving into a legal move, we have to make sure you cannot take 5 stones if it's an occupant of 9 or more, unless we ensure you pass over it without dropping more than a 14 stack in there. So that's going to be very difficult to manage. We could do it a kind of lazy way, which is if you pick up a stack and the direct stack next to you is 9 or more, we would do something similar to this where we say, hey, if you're... Well, we would do that. We would say... We just have to search orthogonally if your next move would be an occupant of 9 and you picked up all 5, and you would pick up all 5, that would not be possible. That would not be a legal move. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I don't know what to do for that, but I'm just exhausted. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.